What's going on, Bears family? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Let's go live. We had to go live, didn't we? Didn't we have to go live? Thought we had to go live. I'm about to get it cracking in a little bit. We'll wait. Just gonna put some stuff together. Y'all sit and chill for a little bit. Hope everybody's doing well out there. We had to talk to my Bears family, just kind of figure out, you know, how everybody's feeling out there. There's a lot of stuff that's been going down over the last 24 hours. I tweeted about it last night and got some crazy responses. So I wanted to check in. If you want to get into the action, I'll find a way to be able to get you onto the screen on the stream, and we'll find a way if you want to talk. I'm open to anybody that wants to talk Bears. It's open for you. You just we gotta figure out a better way to do this. I don't know. I gotta email you the link. So just hit me up if you want to jump on. So let's talk a little bit, man. Where are we at right now? Bears fans, the check-in is this. This is the check-in. Yesterday, after the Khalil Mack trade went down, everybody on both sides, like Bears fans, didn't know how to feel. I saw a lot of people on Twitter with the reaction like they were upset. I saw a lot of people understanding, saying, yo, it was time. But that's what made the conversation so intriguing to me and like exciting to me, because I was like, yo, we got to figure this thing out. And everybody, if you didn't see, go to my Twitter account at Peyton Sun, PaytonSun. Check out the tweet from last night that kind of went crazy a little bit. Thank you guys for making it go crazy. I appreciate that. But I was just speaking from my heart when you start to think about it. I mean, let's go through just some of the stuff over the last 24 hours, right? So Khalil Mack headed out to LA. I'm happy for Khalil, man. I'm a huge Khalil Mack fan. Like, love Mack to death. When he got here in 18, I'll never forget where I was. I was laying in my bed. I was relaxing, and I saw the news break. And I don't think I've ever jumped out of bed so fast and was like, holy cow, Mack's coming to Chicago. Like, Mack is going to be on my favorite team. Are you kidding me? And we all know what 18 was. 18 was special, man. That year, that first year here in Chicago, what, 12 and a half sacks for Mack. I mean, it just seemed like this was it. Like, we're here. But also, too, you got to look at the offense, too. All of us were still thinking about this Bears offense not being where it should be. Could you imagine if that Bears offense in 18 could maybe average, I don't know, 24 points a game? Well, how good the defense was? I mean, it was so hit and miss with that offense. Could you imagine if they were consistent on the offense? You know what I'll take? Not even the points is good because you need the points to win. If your defense is good, that year it was literally your defense was scoring more than your offense was. We were going into watching games as Bears fans going, oh, it's going to be a pick six. They're going to be dancing. Like something's going to happen. Even converting on third down and extending drives, I would have actually just taken that. Like, seriously, no 3 and outs. Because over that time span in my tweet, I was talking about how, you should be mad if you're mad as a Bears fan about that window that I think we missed as an organization, of how good that defense was to the offense not being where it should be, Mitchell Trubisky not being where he should be, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to say. But that moment of watching that Bears defense, like, man, dude, just sit back. I just want you to sit back. I want you to sit back and just think about 18, man. Man, I just got chills down my arms of thinking of it. Shouts out to Pops. You see him. You already know what time it is. But then over time, you know how it goes. When I first heard the trade, I kind of knew what was going down. And I'm going to give a lot of credit to Ryan Poles for, coming in, first-time GM, making a decision that he knew was going to rock the boat, but is not worried about the perception outside of Halas Hall, because he has a plan. And I'm going to go through this the same way that I went through. I had a lot of hope and prayers and beliefs for Ryan Pace as well when he came in, not really knowing what he was going to be all about. I think over time, his true colors just really started to set in. I can't always say that everything that he did was bad, because it wasn't, There were some good bright spots in his tenure here in Chicago. Um, I don't know, but I just feel like there's something different with Ryan Poles in the way that he's going to attack this thing, because contrary to popular belief, when you start taking household names that as Bears fans we over the last couple of years have been accustomed to, that's not always the popular opinion. It's not what everybody's sticking their thumb up saying, okay, go ahead. But I think true Bears fans truly understand that when it comes down to it, it's just not about winning right now. And so that's my thing. Like, all the people that were upset and like saying, oh, I get why you're upset. You're upset because of, it's like being in a relationship, right? It's like being in a relationship. You know, you get into a relationship, things don't go well, and then your perception of your next relationship, you bring some of that baggage with you from the last relationship, and you don't let yourself expand or grow, and it's hard. I get it as Bears fans. I get it. I'm one of you. We are family. I get it, but we have to let go at some point, right? And it goes from whether we're talking about guys, GMs, head coaches, to decisions that are being made, to the starting quarterback here in Chicago, and you know, people outside of the city having a lot of jokes and a lot of fun talking about last time you guys had a good quarterback was Sid Luckman and you weren't even thought of. Like, we've all experienced that, or we've had those conversations with our buddies, our friends, our family. But let go right now. Like, I need you to like let go, Bears man. Just let go. Like, seriously, let go. And we gotta trust right now, because what we've seen over this last regime, man, if there were certain times, man, some low points of watching this ball club, because to me, the Bears aren't just a team to me. Like, I know what you guys like. This ain't a game. This see this? It's not a game to me. The Bears are life to me. You know what I'm saying? It's in my bloodstream. It's what I talk about everywhere I go. People want to talk about. So I get it. Me probably more than anybody else out there. Anybody. Everywhere I go, not even just here in Chicago, everywhere I go, people want to talk Bears. They want to talk about my pop. So I know the sacrifice that my dad put into helping bring this to Chicago. I know that as well. I saw the grind of what he set up and where we're at right now, leading into the new hires with Matt Eberflus and Ryan Poles. That wasn't it before that. Like, when Pace and Nagy had to go, they had to go. It is what it is. Your record, it shows. If your offense ain't working, like, numbers don't lie. So, I mean, we all know in our own jobs, that's just kind of how it goes. And so now I'm starting to see and sit back, and everybody wants to bring up old tweets. Oh, you thought Nagy was this? No, I did. I didn't have any problems with Nagy. I just knew from the beginning of the situation when it all started that he wasn't a dude that called plays a lot. And the only way that you get good at doing that is if you do it consistently over and over, repetition after repetition, making mistakes and growing as a play caller. And how hard is that to do? When we look at the OGs in the game right now, the dudes that are the OGs, the Andy Reids, you know, the Sean Paytons who's taking a little break, the guys that do it, they got experience doing it, and they messed up over time, and they've been able to grow. You know, when you're a first-time head coach and you're trying to make sure to manage, not just like when you're running the offense, not only you run the offense, you're the CEO, man. You got to understand what's going on to make sure the defense and also special teams. There's 3 phases in the game, and sometimes we forget about that. And it's a lot on the plate of a head coach, and so that's why I look at a guy like Matt Eberflus, and I commend him for coming into this situation, not saying I'm a defensive guy. I'm gonna run the defense, and that's not what he's gonna do. He's handing those responsibilities off, and now he's gonna be able to kind of focus in and hone in on bringing in his vision, his scheme, and what he wants to do. And so with some of these moves, we see what happens. We got Matt going to LA. people were upset they didn't get enough. But guess what? If Mac would have been able to stay healthy, the path that he was on in those first 6 games was crazy. Before the foot injury, like he was on a tear. Yeah, you're probably gonna get more. It is what it is. It's pretty similar to what Ryan Poles said in Indy when he was talking in Indy, just about how, it's this is what he was left with. Now he's got to figure out how to make it work. But you get that other second round pick this year, so you got to figure out what else you want to do. A lot of people have been talking about the two biggest concerns. What I hear people talking about is receiver and making sure your offensive line as well. So if you want to address those two positions early on in that second round, you have the ability to be able to do that now. I know it's not the first round, but still good value, especially at how deep this draft is at every single position, especially the position of need for the Bears. To me, they're going to be able to find some good value with those two picks. So depending on which way you want to go. But I want to go back because I ramble a lot. And anybody that knows me knows that I ramble. This is just how I go. But when it comes to Ryan Poles, the reason why I've kind of bought in is the conversations that I've had with him so far since he came to Chicago. To know that he is a former offensive lineman, the fact that he brought Ian Cunningham to come in here to be his assistant GM, his pseudo little sidekick over football operations to kind of help him out to go through as a first-time GM, brilliant. And the one thing that I love about both of them is that they're both former offensive linemen. What? You talking about? Dude, they get it. The first time I sat down with Ryan Poles at Halas Hall when I was interviewing him, and I brought up the offensive line, shout out to my boy Adam Cruz, because he and I talk about dominating at the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. That's the only way you win championships. That's it, man. You want to be in that conversation of being in the playoffs, winning the Super Bowl, then you have to find a way to dominate at the line of scrimmage on the offensive side and the defensive side, man. And to see Poles' eyes light up when I brought up offensive line, I know that he has a plan. And we heard about kind of his plan of what they're going to break down and how they're going to look at these linemen and look at the weight and body fat and all that and how fast they want to be. Because you want to help out a young quarterback. Run the football. I mean, we try to make football so hard, like harder than it actually is. I get it. I played it, man. At every single level, I played it. Where you want to go? Arena, played it. NFL, played it. College, played it. Europe, played it. Canada, oh, Canada. Shout out to my CFL family out there. My Argos and my Alouettes. You already know what time it is. It's best football I ever played, too. That and Europe, man. I was balling in both. That's when, Europe was when when Tennessee sent me, that's when I really, truly fell in love. And so most people are like, when you fell in love, yeah, I didn't play football until my junior year in high school. I didn't play at lunch. I didn't play at recess. I never even really picked up a football. First time I really was, playing football, throwing the football was my junior year. I tossed around the backyard every once in a while. But, yeah, so let that soak in about all the places I just told you about. I was doing that off of just having fun. For the real ones out there know how I was with that soccer ball. Dangerous. I was dangerous, dog. I have no footage to show you guys. Seriously. I was nasty. I can't even be nice about it. Some people want to not be, I can't be like, I was a dog out there. It was too fast. Cats ain't. Some of you in the comments are going to talk about it. You know what time it was. But anyway, see, I lost my train of thought again, man. What y'all doing? All right, let's get back to it. I really like the fact of what they're going to do. Oh, we're talking about run the football. The fact that they're going to address that position is going to be phenomenal. And I trust both of them to be able to do that. Scott Pioli and I have gotten really close. So I've had a lot of conversations with him just about Poles and just a glowing remark. Some of you probably saw the interview that I did with him a couple weeks ago. where he was talking about Poles and just about what kind of guy he was and everything about him. Like when he's saying those things, everything that he says, I backed up with other references as well. They all say the same thing, and I'm excited to see what he can be able to do. But you're looking at the Mac trade and also the release of Tarik Cohen, and shouts out to Tarik Cohen as well, man. Like he was one of my dudes, and being in that running back room, what he was able to do. I always sit back and just wonder what if Matt Nagy could have really used Tarik Cohen to his best ability. Could you imagine that? Like if he could really have used Tarik Cohen to what he could be. Because like for me, when I look at it, when you play, anybody play Madden out there. So if you play Madden, you know, you move things around, move like different formations to where you want. Like when I would play with the Bears, I would always put Tarik like at some point like in the slot, and I would motion him down. Like I would make sure to like, so I could see if it was man or zone, see if somebody was coming with me, and if not, like either kick him off to the other side, running the flat, dump it off to him, get up the field, or even if I was like running an option route, because he's so quick, he comes through. And what is he got a safety coming down on him? Does he have a linebacker come over? I'm gonna always put that. Dude, that's Tarik Cohen. I'm gonna give it to him. Let him get busy in space. Everybody wants to give him in space on, you know, a wide receiver screen or let him get busy inside and see what he could do. I felt like they never used Tarik Cohen to the best of his abilities, man. And so I just wonder what could have been, because Tarik Cohen, really, really good football player, and had a lot of fun watching him. It's just hard to believe that since that ACL in week 3 of 2020, like we haven't seen him. And so I just hope that he gets better, he gets healthy, and he's able to do what he loves again, because he's one of my favorites, man. I love watching him play. Also, the release of Eddie Goldman as well. I know I saw that coming as well. So he's still young, 28 years old. He's going to hit the market. He'll get a chance to be able to go somewhere. I didn't really know Eddie like that, but yeah, he was, man, when healthy, man, he was a beast. Hopefully his mind is on like staying on playing football, and he's back focused again and all that stuff. So shouts out to all 3 of those guys. But when I look at it, yeah, people didn't want to talk about the rebuild, and that they didn't want to rebuild, and that we've seen this before. Dude, Ryan Poles has to break this thing down, you guys, so he can build it back up. Like, he has to. This is what he was left with. This is what Ryan Pace left him with. So to me, I give him a lot of credit for coming in here and figuring out those household names that I was talking about. He figured out a way to say, listen, we got to clear some of this out so we can have space for the future. And that's what it's all about. When a lot of your money is on your defensive side of the ball, that's what Ryan Pace did. There's a lot of money on that defensive side of the ball. So for all the people that were upset, like, oh, what is he doing? I love Mac too. But those are the same people on the flip side talking about they love Justin Fields. So if you want the best out of Justin Fields, you got to start allocating money to the offensive side of the ball. It's simple, man. We can't have it both ways, Bears fans. We can't. Literally, we can't. We got to find a way to like understand that if you want Justin to be successful, dude, he needs more weapons. He needs an offensive line. Are you hearing me right now? So if that means you got to clear some space over here, you start to focus in, because to me, I'm so far. If I told you about the Poles and Eberflus thing, like, love those guys, man. I'm waiting to see what they do, bro. I'm saying this right now. You can bring this video up back in the day. I don't care. I've always been a Justin Fields fan. That's my guy. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. Like, let's wait and see this and that. This year wasn't this. His arm angle, the way he throws. I don't care about none of that, y'all. I'm telling you right now, all I need to do is turn on the film, man. And when I saw the kid in college, when I saw him in high school, all he ever did was win. And people try to count the dude out. And the dude is a straight baller. So say what you want to say. You're not bought in. Don't be bought in if you're not. You want to see more? We all want to see more. But still, man, I'm telling you, the dude has the juice. But he needs those pieces around him to be successful. So let's build up around him. And I think that's what we're doing. You start to see the cap space that's going to open up for this ball club down the line. To me, it's only beneficial for Justin. Like, I'm all in on Justin, man. I have always been. And I think Getsy's going to be that guy to really help him out. And, I'm excited about that pickup too, because I was at Super Bowl and we were backstage NFL honors, and Aaron Jones was back there talking to the commissioner. And I literally gave Roger Goodell like a stiff arm to the chest, like, move. I need to talk to this dude right here. Aaron Jones had his glasses on and he looked at me. He was like, "What's up?" I'm like, "Bro, tell me about Getsy, dude. Like, what are we getting in Chicago?" He looked at me, took his glasses off, and was like, "Dude's real deal, man." I was like, "For real?" He's like, "Dude is real deal. Like, y'all getting a good one. Like, serious." And so me and AJ, we've been like hitting each other up, man. That's my guy, man. I don't care what you say. He's a Packer. I don't care. He is one of the coolest dudes, and he was the Green Bay Packers Walter Payton Man of the Year nominee. So you know what kind of dude he is. We talked about a lot over Super Bowl week, but man, I'm telling you, he was like super excited. Like, I'm actually kind of sad he's not going to be with us no more. So let's really see if we can develop Justin Fields to what I believe he can be. I don't know what you believe. You got to believe what you want to believe. But I know how I believe. I believe he could be special. He could be in that conversation of like looking at all those quarterbacks out west. You know what I mean? Like, just think about the AFC West right now. Like, the quarterbacks, like, crazy. Justin's got that ability. So I just know in my heart, man, I'm behind it 110%. And I'm here to break this thing down because I'm going to close with this. I'm tired. I'm tired. Dude, Bears fans, I am tired. Are you hearing me right now? I'm tired of this flash in the pan. Flash in the pan. Oh, we're good here. You look at the good teams, like you look at good teams. You look at 85. You look at that era and how long they had as like a squad, right? And then next, drop off. Then you might see it again, and then drop off. And then you go to 06, right? And how cool that was to go to the Super Bowl. And in that period of time, how good that defense was, and then drop off. And then you look at 18, and 18 was great, and 19 was like, drop off. I'm tired of that. You know what that is? That's people that were in charge, that were making football decisions, that were trying to put Band-Aids on situations. Like Band-Aids. That's what they were doing on the situation to make it feel better. Just like, and as Bears fans, we've gotten to this condition where, oh, no, everybody either feels like they've been rebuilding forever or they always have something to say. Well, listen, these moves that Ryan Poles is making right now, he is making them, and they are not easy decisions. Especially not for knowing that he knows the Bears fan base out there and what they want and want to win now. Well, guess what? That might not happen right now. And I've been telling people that, and stop getting upset with me, people. I'm telling you, stop getting upset with me when I told people a couple months ago they need to tear this thing down and build it back up. Well, wait, you on Justin Fields rookie deal? Listen, that's not on Poles. Listen, I'm not a part of management. Bro, you gotta, if something is broken in your house, what you just gonna let there and sit there and let it like stay broken? No, you're gonna get it fixed. And guess what? Sometimes someone calls you, hey, yeah, I won't be there for like a couple weeks. Can't get in. I'm kind of busy right now. Yeah, that happens. What you gotta do then? You either go on YouTube, try to figure it out yourself, which probably gonna mean it's gonna be broken again, or you wait for that person who's the pro to come and fix it. And have faith that they can fix it, right? You have faith that you got something broke. The washing machine is broke. That person that's coming over, from app, they're gonna fix it. Like, you have faith that they're gonna fix it. Well, listen, stop holding on to that bad relationship or those bad relationships that you've had over the past, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I'm just telling you, it's not healthy. Let it go. Live, believe, and let's just see where this all takes us. You feel me? I just want to check in with you guys, see what you guys are doing. We'll be doing this a lot more. I'm going to find a way for people to jump on with me so they can talk. You could have a voice, because I don't need to talk all the time. I'd rather hear other people talk. So definitely, I appreciate you guys for watching. Y'all know where to check me out at on WGN at 4 p.m. and 5 p.m. Monday through Thursday. GN Sports, 10:30 Sunday through Thursday. Me and Dan Rome. Shout out to everybody else. Y'all already know what time it is. Don't ask me where you can get it because you can't get one. I know you. I already know I'm gonna get like 10 emails. Yo, where did you get this shirt from? I know it's sick. Just I'll give you an update. I got some new stuff coming. Like it's coming pretty soon. So just I'll drop it. You'll get a chance to see it. Just stay tuned to what we're doing. Hit the subscribe button as well on the YouTube page, please. I appreciate you. Please hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. Anytime breaking news, Bears news happens, we go on live from anywhere. It doesn't matter. Unless I'm in the bathroom. That's the only place I'm not going live. But if it's that big of a deal, you never know what can happen. You know what I'm saying? As always, I was here, but now I'm gone. Peace.